In the Indo-Pacific, a powerful new current is forming, one that could reshape the region's future for decades to come. The United States and the Philippines, long-standing allies bound by history and shared interests, are embarking on a pivotal new chapter, one centered on energy security and innovation. As of late 2025, groundbreaking agreements are reshaping the Philippines' energy landscape, aiming to secure its future amid daunting challenges like rising demand, climate change, and regional instability. This partnership is more than just economic cooperation, it's a strategic realignment, a direct response to simmering geopolitical pressures and territorial disputes in the South China Sea. For decades, the Philippines has struggled with energy dependence, facing frequent blackouts and volatile fuel prices that have hampered growth and affected millions of lives. Now, with American expertise, advanced technology, and significant investment, Manila is making a bold play for energy independence and long-term stability. The cooperation spans deep water oil and gas exploration, tapping into previously unreachable reserves beneath Philippine waters. It also includes the introduction of civil nuclear power, a move that could transform the country's energy mix and reduce its reliance on imported fossil fuels. It's a strategy designed to build resilience, foster economic growth, and assert Philippine sovereignty in a contested and often volatile region. The Philippines faces significant energy vulnerabilities, from dwindling domestic resources and outdated infrastructure to a power grid partially owned by a strategic rival, raising concerns about security and foreign influence over critical assets. Recent deals for U.S. firms to explore and develop resources within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone signal a clear shift. Manila is taking control of its energy destiny and reducing external dependencies. This alliance is a key pillar of Washington's Indo-Pacific strategy, intertwining American commercial interests with Philippine security and regional stability. In the coming chapters, we'll explore the problems this alliance addresses, the landmark deals that define it, and the far-reaching implications for the region's future, both for the Philippines and the broader Indo-Pacific. To understand the urgency, we must grasp the depth of the Philippines' energy predicament. With over 115 million people and a growing economy, demand for electricity is surging, but supply is constrained. The country relies heavily on imported fossil fuels. Coal accounted for 60% of power in 2022, nearly all of it imported. The Malampaya gas field, supplying 30% of Luzon's electricity, is set to run dry by 2027. Without a replacement, the Philippines faces power shortages and deeper dependence on costly imports. The National Grid Corporation, 40% owned by China's state grid, raises national security concerns about potential foreign leverage. This urgent need for secure, reliable energy has driven the Philippines to seek help from its oldest and most powerful ally. In early 2025, Manila and Washington solidified their energy partnership with decisive action, marking a new era of strategic cooperation between the two allies. These landmark agreements were not just about business, they were about securing the Philippines' future and strengthening regional stability. The Philippines invited U.S. companies to explore oil and gas in the South China Sea, placing American presence in contested waters and creating a security buffer. This move signaled Manila's determination to assert its rights and tap into vital energy resources, while also deterring potential threats in the region. Domestically, a $3.3 billion deal secured an LNG terminal in Batangas, ensuring access to global gas markets as Malampaya depletes. The new terminal will help stabilize energy prices, support industrial growth, and provide a reliable supply of cleaner fuel for millions of Filipinos. In July 2024, the U.S. Philippines 123 Agreement for Civil Nuclear Cooperation took effect, paving the way for small modular reactors. This agreement opens doors for advanced nuclear technology, training, and safety standards, setting the stage for a new chapter in Philippine energy. The goal: 1,200 megawatts of nuclear capacity by 2032, providing stable, carbon-free power. This ambitious target will help reduce emissions, diversify the energy mix, and ensure a more resilient power grid for the country's growing needs. The Luzon Economic Corridor, launched with U.S. and Japanese support, will modernize infrastructure and reduce economic reliance on China. New highways, railways, and energy projects will connect communities and drive inclusive growth across the archipelago. These deals, from deep-sea drilling to advanced nuclear, are building blocks of a new energy future, backed by American resolve. They reflect a shared vision for prosperity, security, and technological progress in the Indo-Pacific. Together, these initiatives represent a comprehensive approach to Philippine energy security, ensuring the nation's lights stay on and its economy remains strong for generations to come. The U.S. Philippine energy partnership is shaped by the geopolitical shadow of China, where every move is watched closely by regional powers. The stakes are high as both nations seek to secure their interests in a region marked by uncertainty and competition. China's expansive claims and persistent harassment in the South China Sea have blocked Philippine resource development and threatened the country's energy security. Filipino fishermen and energy workers face daily risks, while vital projects are stalled by intimidation and aggressive maneuvers. Inviting U.S. companies into these contested waters is a calculated response, leveraging the Mutual Defense Treaty as a protective shield. This partnership signals to Beijing that any interference could trigger a broader conflict, raising the costs of aggression. This move deters interference, as harassing American-operated vessels would escalate tensions and potentially draw in the U.S. military, making the risks for China far greater. The expansion of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement in 2023 deepened the security alliance, allowing for more joint exercises, pre-positioning of equipment, and rapid response to threats. Energy deals now complement military alignment, making the Philippines a more resilient ally. New infrastructure projects and technology transfers are strengthening the country's ability to withstand external pressure. By helping Manila break free from Chinese coercion, the U.S. reinforces the rules-based order in a critical maritime flashpoint, supporting not just the Philippines, but the stability of the entire region. Security and energy interests are now tightly intertwined, with each reinforcing the other in the face of mounting challenges. The partnership is a sophisticated counter to China's campaign of intimidation, blending economic opportunity with strategic deterrence to safeguard the Philippines' future. American support for Philippine energy security is concrete and multifaceted. The U.S. is helping secure the power grid, addressing risks from China's stake in the National Grid Corporation. To offset Malampaya's decline, the U.S. is facilitating LNG exports and supporting infrastructure like the Batangas terminal. U.S. expertise is aiding the creation of strategic petroleum reserves, buffering against supply shocks. Washington has quintupled military financing, strengthening the Philippines' ability to protect its maritime resources. Security assistance and energy development now reinforce each other, creating a virtuous cycle. The U.S. Philippines energy policy dialogue coordinates efforts on grid modernization and renewables. Through technical aid and financial backing, the U.S. is helping the Philippines build resilience against both internal and external threats. The success of this energy strategy depends on public support in the Philippines. Surveys show strong enthusiasm for American investment in energy and grid modernization, reflecting hopes for jobs and affordable power. Filipinos see U.S. partnership as a path to prosperity and a way to assert sovereignty in the South China Sea. However, nuclear power remains controversial. Memories of Chernobyl and Fukushima fuel fears about safety and waste, especially in a seismically active country. Overcoming skepticism will require transparent public engagement and clear information about modern nuclear safety. The government must address these concerns head-on to build trust. While American help is welcomed, embracing nuclear energy will require careful navigation. Winning public confidence is essential for the long-term success of the alliance. Despite the U.S.-Philippine alliance, China's influence remains significant. Its 40% stake in the National Grid Corporation gives Beijing leverage and intelligence on Philippine infrastructure. China is also a dominant player in renewables, supplying affordable solar panels and wind turbines. As the Philippines pursues its green energy goals, Chinese firms will likely be key suppliers. China uses local investments and political connections to disrupt U.S.-Philippine projects, exploiting disputes and rivalries. The competition is not binary. It's a complex contest for influence across multiple sectors. China's patient strategy aims to maintain economic entanglement and counter U.S. initiatives. The Philippines and the U.S. must remain vigilant as they build a new energy framework. The U.S.-Philippine energy partnership marks a new era where energy and national security are linked. Success could transform the Philippines into a self-sufficient energy producer, boosting its economy and resilience. For the U.S., it's a model of modern statecraft, supports how we supporting allies, promoting a rules-based order, and checking Chinese expansion. This blueprint could guide U.S. engagement with other regional partners. A more energy-independent Philippines strengthens ASEAN and encourages others to pursue their own energy development. Challenges remain: South China Sea tensions, nuclear fears, and China's counter-strategy, but sustained political will can overcome them. If successful, this partnership will illuminate a new path for security, sovereignty, and cooperation across the Indo-Pacific.